And my view is this space goes from 2.5, 3 trillion now. By the end of this cycle, it's 10 to 15 trillion. By the end of, let's say, 2032, just extrapolating the normal log trend of this, it's $100 trillion by 2032. So the amount of wealth that's going to get generated is going to get recycled into the space. People will buy high-end property in nice places, but a lot of people in this space won't go outside of this space. And it gets recycled, whether it's VC, whether it's the opportunities of building the applications layer, but really people seek trophy assets. And so I've just been buying as much trophy assets as I can for a kind of long 10-year time horizon, because I think this is the last chance you'll ever get to buy this stuff at the kind of prices it is.
Like other crypto enthusiasts, Raoul Pal, renowned macro analyst and former Goldman Sachs executive, is exceedingly bullish on crypto asset prices in 2024 and 2025. Pal estimates that the overall crypto market cap will hit a new all-time high of $12 to $15 trillion in 2025, about a quadruple of the current range of $2.5 to $2.7 trillion and about $100 trillion by 2030. In a recent interview with Coin Bureau's Jessica Walker, Pal shares his updated outlook and price predictions for the 2024-2025 crypto bull market. Despite recent price movements, Pal is still looking forward to what he describes as the banana zone, the phase of every crypto bull market where prices go completely crazy. Pal expects the banana zone to begin later this year, when central banks finally signal they will begin rate cuts and politicians give out monetary candies to incentivize voters. Pal has been talking about the deep correlation between the macro environment and crypto asset prices for quite some time now. According to Pal, the 2008 global financial crisis and the subsequent moves made by central banks to save the global economy from complete ruin made it a certainty that they would always have to come to the rescue by printing more money. This, he explains, is why QE is now a periodic exercise carried out by all of the world's major central banks, and it will go on for as long as the traditional financial system continues to exist. With infinite cowbell and all the hype around the spot Bitcoin and Ethereum ETFs, Pal is certain that the next 12 to 18 months will be very favorable for the entire cryptocurrency industry. As we bring you clips from Pal's interview with Coin Bureau alongside former BitMEX CEO Arthur Hayes, please take a little time to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Also, ensure you drop your comments and observations in the comments section below. Everything you do helps with the YouTube algorithm and immensely contributes to the channel's growth. Thanks and enjoy the video.
The banana zone is something that both Arthur and I talk a lot about. It's that point in the cycle where liquidity comes in, where central banks need to refi all of the debt. It's when politicians bribe the people with plenty of candy. It's that moment that crypto tends to go vertical. And it's very cyclical. It's driven by this macroeconomic forces of this debt refi cycle. It affects all the asset prices over the time. But crypto is the one that goes truly bananas. So again, the simplest way is don't this up. So just have a core portfolio, the big stuff. But if you get the other stuff right, you can make a lot of money in the other stuff. The 10, 20% of your portfolio, there's a bit more degen. That's when you're going to see some really interesting stuff. Now, if you go back to the classic banana zone from the last cycle, that's when Solana, Avalanche, Luna, and Matic came. And the performance in 1 year out of those four tokens was insane. We're going to see that repeat. Who's it going to be? What's it going to be? I don't know yet. But that's a game to be had in the banana zone. And it's part of the fun that you can actually degen in and feel like you've really nailed something. Because really most of the game is just doing nothing and just letting it all play out. When you narrow everything down, the outcome for everything is printing money. So the worse anything happens in the US, the more likely they are to print money. So election years tend to be very, very positive, and the year after for risk assets, just because everybody's buying votes and then kind of proving themselves afterwards and mopping up the pieces and paying that interest on the debt. So there's that military side. You've then got all the retirees who are the baby boomers with all the votes. Well, they want their healthcare. And then the third part of the equation is somebody needs to pay the interest on the debt. And the only way of doing this is the magic money printer.
Raoul, you mentioned that you are 90% Solana. So is there anything else within the Solana ecosystem that you've got on your portfolio or on your watch list right now?
No, I mean, I'm just trying to do nothing. The one thing I've been observing is stuff like the ETH Bitcoin cross. ETH got into the total hate zone, which always gets interesting to me. And then the ETH Bitcoin cross starts breaking higher, bounce right off the bottom of the range. I'm interested in that because that's the start of altcoin season in its truest form. So if it breaks a bit higher than here, we can see why that will happen now, because the ETF, it's been delayed a bit, but we saw it with Bitcoin. The run starts well before the launch. That then recycles capital up the risk curve, and that's banana zone. So for me, the focus is the banana zone, trying to get that right, because that's where you can make a lot of money. So you kind of have to focus, even if you're not doing anything. You don't want to lose your coins, because that's the most painful part of losing it is in the banana zone. Just hold on to your coins, and also don't fuck it up by owning the wrong stuff, getting way out the risk curve, and you're left with the whole middle of the crypto market rallies, and you're so far out the risk curve in some weird political token from South Korea that you miss out on the entire rally, which I've seen. Or you're still stuck in the last narrative. You're stuck in, one of the big layer ones from 3 cycles ago, thinking it's definitely going to come back this time.
While Pal is exceedingly bullish on cryptocurrencies and the overall digital asset space, he warns that certain top 10 projects, including Cardano and XRP, might not have what it takes to keep flourishing in coming cycles. In contrast, the founder and CEO of Real Vision is very bullish on Solana, Ethereum, and Bitcoin. He believes Solana will outperform Ethereum and Bitcoin, while the largest altcoin will easily outperform Bitcoin when we enter the banana zone. Pal also has quite a bit of his investment portfolio allocated to NFTs and meme coins like Dog Whiff Hat and Bonk. According to the Real Vision CEO, this highly risky and speculative side of the crypto market must be approached with a lot of caution, as it is as lucrative as risky. Regardless, Pal stresses that meme coins are an important part of the crypto space and could potentially fetch investors a lot of money in the coming months. During the interview, Pal and Arthur talk about their Degen bags while making a bombshell prediction about Dogecoin. Here are more clips from the video.
What's so interesting about meme coins is that utility is either zero or small. Right, Bonk has some utility, Shiba Inu has some utility, but the actual cultural value is the attention that these things get. The attention is upstream of everything. It's so easy to understand. You don't need to value it. Does this capture attention? Is that attention persistent? And do I get some sort of feel-good factor or status by owning it? And it's the same as a LVMH, a Louis Vuitton handbag. And it's the same with fine wines. It's the same with the meme on the internet that you share. It's all the same thing. It's just concentrated attention. So if you think of a lot of the Degen stuff is basically attention. I don't have enough attention to give out because I'm too busy. So I've kept it pretty straightforward. So I've got Whiff, Bonk. I still own Doge because I still think Elon's going to do something with Doge. That's about it. I observe the space. Everyone reads Ansem's feed and trying to figure out what the is going on, stuff like that. But I don't have enough attention to give out to the attention that it needs. So you can actually need to know what you're doing a little bit. So Arthur is obviously, he's a man of leisure. He can do whatever he wants. He's got time.
Yeah, I mean, to Raoul's point, my leisure consists of running around a court and hitting a felt ball, or putting on a piece of board and skiing down a mountainside. So I also don't have the attention to spend on which particular doggy coin is the hottest one. I own some with Dogecoin as well. I think Dogecoin is going to get an ETF by the end of the cycle, just because.
Yeah, I think so as well.
Oh,
because it
really?
should.
And
yeah, I agree.
Yeah, it's the oldest meme coin. It's on Robinhood in the US. Like, if you're thinking about, TradFi getting into crypto and they're going to put an ETF on anything they can, it's a high market cap thing. It's been around for a while. It's like the original meme coin joke. I mean, Palmer rage quit from crypto, even though he created this like amazingly hilarious thing. So yeah, I think Doge gets an ETF before the end of the cycle.
I hit up Jan van Eck. It was just last week. I said, Jan, you've got to do this. You've got to file for the Dogecoin ETF. He's like, I just want to make sure I don't go to prison first. I said, look, you'll be fine. It's been around. It's proven itself. It's outperformed Bitcoin every cycle. I mean, it's been astonishingly good. So I'm working in the background to try and make this happen. But I haven't got through Jan yet, but I'll get somebody. We'll get Hunter, Horsley, Jan, one of these guys will force across the line. It's unlikely to be BlackRock, but we'll give that a go too.
I think a lot of meme coins are too specific. Like some of the political ones. Yeah, they're funny for a minute, but they don't have any lasting cultural value. Like what happens if Biden dies, right? Statistically speaking, he has a 7 or 8% chance of dying in the next 12 months. Same with Trump, right? Yeah, the Bowden ETF is funny, or Elizabeth Warren, whatever, some of these US specific things. But why is dog with hat great? Because I can put a little hat on, and whether you're Korean or you're Chinese or you're American or you're from Argentina, wherever you're from, you get it. It's funny. If I'm start talking about American politics, number one, I've offended half the people in America. And number two, anyone who's not American, which is 95% of the rest of the world, is like, okay, cool, I get it, but that's not really resonating with me. So I think a lot of the memes that I see are too specific on some piece of culture that isn't going to be globally relevant on an online community that's basically cross-border. So if there's anyone who's done anything, I guess going to start a meme coin and it's going to be, $1 billion market cap within a weekend. Probably not if you're trying to base it on something very specific to you or how you grew up or something like that. It has to be a global thing that's not offensive, that is inclusive, but funny at the same time.
The overall crypto market cap is currently $2.55 trillion. Pal estimates it would grow by at least $7.5 trillion between now and late 2025, which he predicts will mark the end of the bull market, crypto, and macro fall, and usher in the long, harsh months of winter. But before that happens, we have some exciting months to look forward to. Pal is optimistic that the banana zone could start any day and last until June 2025, a few months before liquidity conditions start dropping rapidly in December 2025. Over the next 6 years, Pal believes the crypto market will grow by around $97 trillion. This is why Pal often emphasizes that crypto is the best performing asset class and the biggest macro trade in history. Please share your thoughts on Raoul and Arthur's discussion in the comments below. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications for more videos like this. Thanks for watching.